It's time for Respect the Process, a short chat about commercial filmmaking. Here's your host, director Jordan Brady.
Wonderful, Helen. Well worth the drive tonight for that intro because you set the tone, you set the vibe, it inspires me, and everyone knows we're ready to talk shop. So thank you, Helen. Listeners, it is December 3rd. It's kind of a brisk night here in Los Angeles. I'm out in my studio trailer, and I just thought I would pop on and tell you I'm so excited because I have pulled the trigger on an event. You know, I love the eventizing. Is that even a word? Inventizing things and then filming them. I think it's a great way to do projects. And you know, when it comes to passion projects, I'm always saying pick a date, write it down, then ask friends to help you. Well, that's kind of what I've been doing this year, and I got thrown a little curveball, so I took charge, and now I am creating MoinkFest 2024, and you're invited. Okay. Before I tell you about MoinkFest, I do want to mention that I have 0 Black Friday sales on boot camp, on the retreat, fall of 2025, but you do save $200 if you sign up before the end of the year, Helen. The codes work if you've taken a boot camp or a course. I'm going to get to MoinkFest, trust me, but I was reminded today by the Magic Mind people that they have a Black Friday sale with my special code. And I said, well, I got to do a podcast. I'll mention it. A Black Friday offer from right now through December 6th, only available through my link, 50% off, half off. You know, it's a mental performance elixir. It gives you energy, less stress. It's got all the ashwagandha, the vitamins, the ceremonial grade matcha. You've heard me say it's better than the afternoon cappuccino, and I drink it every morning. So when the Magic Mind people call me on the hotline, I have a red phone I keep under one of those cake things, and that's for Magic Mind executives. I said, well, what's the code? Do I have to say the www, Helen? No? Okay, magicmind.com/BradyBF for best friend for Black Friday. BradyBF. That's the code. Go to magicmind.com/BradyBF. And that code is it's like a temporary code. It's only good until Friday, December 6th. After that, you still save a lot of money with my other codes, but I don't want to confuse you. And I'll put it in the show notes. I've been doing this documentary on family farms, learning about regenerative farming, where if you put the cows and the sheep out in the pasture and they roam free, they eat the grass and they poop and they move around to another part of the field. Where they poop, the grass grows, the worms and the fungi and the insects and everything, they till the soil for you so it's never barren. And then more grass grows, and then the chickens come in and they have like this highly nitrous poop, and that grows more grass, and the cows come back and eat it. It's like a little mini circle of life. And I've learned so much. And I spent some time, I went to the Moink plant in a small town of Missouri a couple of times. I've been to Arkansas to the Heifer Ranch. I met people from Moink, from the Grassroots Farming Collective, from Cypress Valley Farms, and they've just been teaching me so much about how the family farm, and there's family farms that sell to Tyson and whoever the big beef company is, where the cows are confined and the chickens are beak to beak and they plump them full of chemicals. This is all free-range stuff. There's no bad shit going into the animals. They roam the way they have for generations, and they serve them up, and they taste great, and they keep the family farms alive. So I thought, how do I find out if people care? And instead of going back to the farm, I want to bring some of the meat from the middle of the country to my town of Los Angeles and set up smash burgers right in the thick of the city. And I want a diverse slice of Los Angeles to come to MoinkFest 2024, eat some free smash burgers, and tell me what you think on camera. I'm going to get your honest opinion. So I have pulled the trigger, set a date. I've asked my friends. I found a venue. Thursday, December 19th, from 5 to 7:30 p.m. I'll put a link in the show notes to a Google Doc where if you sign up, I'll give you the address. And I'm going to give you the free burgers. It's this VIP carnivores only. If you're vegan or maybe you're vegetarian curious, this is not for you, okay? We're going to have grass-fed, pasture-raised beef, pasture-raised pork where the pigs roam free. I think the steaks and the hamburgers are just scrumptious. But I want your opinion. Like, can you taste the difference? I'm like all hyped up. I want to believe that it tastes better. So I want you to tell me, can you taste the difference? Is ethically raised meat worth the price? Because it can be a little pricey. Do you care where your food is from? Like, do you care where your clothes are made? If they're made in China, Guatemala, or the USA? I care. I try to buy American. What about your food? And do you care about family farms? You know, today was Giving Tuesday. I support the Farm Aid, Willie Nelson and friends, and I've been following this for a long time. And I would say that Farm Aid, which has been around for decades now, inspired me to check this stuff out. There was a wonderful documentary called Common Ground by Josh and Rebecca Tickle, and it explains regenerative farming just to the T. And it's got the Jason Momoa, the Laura Dern, the Woody Harrelson, and all that. They're big Hollywood movie stars. I don't want them in my movie. I want you, my VIP burger tasters, to come to MoinkFest. And look, it's only a couple hours, so once you eat your burger and talk on camera, you're going to have a filmmaking question. We're going to talk filmmaking. That's a given, right? I'll put a link in the show notes that'll be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, jordanbrady.com. Sign up on the Google link. It's free. Everything's free about it. I don't think we're going to have alcohol. That opens up a whole new can of worms. Someone gets drunk and going, I don't care where my meat's from. As if when you drink, you talk hillbilly. I'm especially looking for the diverse city crowd. If you're sophisticated, you're posh, you're from an underrepresented population, you're LGBTQ plus, you're a person of color, I want you more. And the cis white male, straight male can come too. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying we hear your opinions a lot. So everybody's welcome, except the vegans. The vegans got to sit this one out. I'm veganish. I'm against, what is that? I love vegans, Helen, but this is a waste of their time. So that's why I wanted to jump on here. I appreciate you listening. Again, the Magic Mind is half price for Black Friday. MagicMind.com/BradyBF. MoinkFest 24 is going to be, I wonder, should we have merch? If I babbled too much, just write me at jordan@commercialdirectingfilmschool.com and I'll give you the info. Before we go, here's a little magic thing. Because you know I believe in magic, right? Only if you're putting energy out to make shit happen for yourself do I believe the magic happens. I think if you sit in your bedroom or sit around waiting for the phone to call or the email to come in with a board, it's not going to happen. I was alone after Thanksgiving. All my kids and my wife were traveling. So I go downtown and I look at some event spaces because I'm thinking about MoinkFest. And I don't even think I was calling it MoinkFest in my brain. At that point, it was just like barbecue taste for Untitled Doc, which is too big to fit on a T-shirt. So I came up with MoinkFest. I go downtown. I find this place. And it's like, it's okay, but who's going to drive that far? And the parking was terrible. So I saw another place. Then I text my friend Lance, who's an artiste, and I said, hey, Lance, the artiste, give me like a artsy garden patio because maybe I can rent it and have a cool space. He said, oh, call this guy. So I cold call while I'm driving between the west side and downtown. Oh, my dad's there. Open up. Dad'll open up for you. Shows me another gallery. They were booked. And I'm like, okay, I took pictures. I'll decide later. I'm driving home, and I'm on the west side of Los Angeles. Very posh. And I go, you know what? I'm going to go to the bougie coffee house off of Venice Boulevard. It's close to my house. People know it. And they have a cool backspace and they have a parking lot. Well, when I get there, there's an Argentinian food trailer, not a full food truck, but a brand new trailer. And the guy is selling grass-fed beef smash burgers. And I'm like, holy cow, no pun intended, this is exactly who I need. So I buy his smash burger. It's freaking delicious. And I talked to him about why he uses grass-fed beef. Turns out the guy was a chef in Argentina, but when he came to the States and then the pandemic and the everything else, he bought this trailer. And he and his partner are there selling burgers. We started talking, and he's going to prepare and cook the Moink burgers for MoinkFest. I'm shipping in pounds and pounds of hamburger, or ground sirloin, top of the line. It's 85% lean and 15% fat, because that gives it a nice smash. He's going to put all his fixins and his special preparation, but not too much seasoning, because I want you to taste the meat. And that's what we're giving away. So it's not Jordan Brady on the grill, like firing up the egg grill and putting the Matthew McConaughey wasabi in it and trying to tell you it tastes different. This is straight from the farm, ethically raised cow and chicken and a little bit of pork. Probably not much chicken, actually. It's going to be hamburgers. Made by a chef off the back of a truck in this cool art space that I found. And all this came together like in the last 3 hours. So you can hear my excitement. I'm going to stop babbling, but my point is, what are the odds? Like, if I had given up, I wouldn't have found this guy. And I didn't get the coffee house as a space. They were like, no, we don't want anything to do with you. Probably vegans. Probably vegan run. Oh, by the way, tons of gluten at MoinkFest. Tons of gluten. So sometimes you go that extra mile, you take the left turn instead of the right, you go the long way home. I believe the little magic will rain down upon you. And I feel blessed, and I'm just happy to see this passion project come to somewhat fruition. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just leaping off the cliff. Anyway, I feel blessed that I can pursue passion projects, and I like to pat myself on the back for picking a date, and then I like to be gracious to the universe and whatever force is watching over me and pushing me to take the extra step. Okay, thanks again. We'll be back with some great interviews later in the week that I'm going to post. We got like 5 more in the can. So thank you, everybody. Helen, you can go now, but wrap up. It's getting chilly. Thanks, everybody.
Commercial Directing Film School's mission is to help filmmakers direct commercials professionally. With online courses and in-person boot camps, we demystify the process to get you to the next level, all taught by your accessible mentor, filmmaker Jordan Brady.
True Gentleman Industries. We make commercials.